Before we start today's episode, a quick announcement from supporters of this show, Go Venture. Did you know that personal financial literacy is increasingly being taught in schools and universities? Well, today they have a special offer for teachers. It's a free online course that helps you gain the wisdom to make better decisions, and the course will prepare you to teach financial literacy to your students. It also allows you to learn at your own pace, which is great, and uses experiential learning to keep you focused from start to finish. Expand your career opportunities and gain the confidence to be a teaching superhero by enrolling in this course today. It's only free for a very limited time. You can go to teachingsuperhero.com. That's teachingsuperhero.com. Brought to you by MediaSpark, the makers of Go Venture. Hey everybody, Danny Hauger here for Inspiring Teachers. Davis Beams in his classroom. And I'm taking a few moments to talk about how we can celebrate Valentine's Day in secondary classrooms, middle school and high school. And elementary teachers, don't tune out yet. There are ideas that you can easily share and implement as well. There are times in the school year that can be ignored and rolled past as if they don't exist, like Halloween and Valentine's Day, where these are sometimes candy holidays. And for older kids, that's not always the distraction that you're looking for or the reward that you want to embark upon in your classroom system. So here's a few ideas to make Valentine's Day just a little bit more special. And you might want to check out some new resources at ampeduplearning.com that can help you with that, and use code Hauger History 10 to save 10% off your order. But here's some very simple ideas that are free. Firstly, I think it's a great day to acknowledge each other as far as appreciation. Some teachers wait and don't do any awards at all, or do them at the end of the semester or at the end of the year. Why not take this day, take 10 minutes, and acknowledge some award winners in your classroom? Some of the ideas that I have for this come from my early days in private school, and some have come from more recently, even in high school, where kids really do appreciate being encouraged, being celebrated. This is a Ham Award. It's very silly, but it says Hauger Award for Motivation. I give them out for showing empathy, being a problem solver, standing up for themselves, standing up for others, or just modeling positive behavior, basically being someone you want in your classroom and being someone that you'd like to be around. And I give a half point of extra credit too, and they can add up if you get multiple. And then I also use them as a point of competition between classes to rack up the award points, and they're written on my whiteboard. I'm looking at them right now. I think that's a really cool thing to do on Valentine's Day, is say, hey, I just want to stop and appreciate so-and-so for really being kind to each other, or for making this class a lot of fun. I love acknowledging kids that bring smiles and laughter. And even if they're not the student who maybe excels or really loves all of their academic subjects, but telling them that they're valued in your room and that they brighten your day, or that you make class more enjoyable, or a class that you look forward to. I think that's a really great thing to do on Valentine's Day. It does not have to be romance and kindness and candies and sweethearts. It can just be, hey, thanks for showing your heart in this room, or being part of the beating heart of this classroom. I think that's a great thing. You could do one for each student. You could do 10. You could do 5. You could have a moment to do that. That's my first idea. So the first idea is just to validate students and show them you care. I'm sending a note right now. I didn't want to wait to forget, and sending a note to say thank you for someone that had just helped me earlier. The second idea is to have students share with each other. And you can see this down in the description too if you want to look afterwards. Sometimes teacher validation can be embarrassing or put them on the spot or make them feel uncomfortable, but hearing from your peers what value you bring can be really meaningful in somebody's development or purpose or sense of belonging. 2 ways to do that. You could do the simple verbal sharing, or you can pass around a sheet of paper for each student, one with their name on top, and then everyone has to write a positive note for that person. And so at the end of the circulation of the room, 15 minutes or so, you've got a sheet of 34 validations, and there can't be any repeats. So they should be authentic, and you can set up the rules and the guidance. Or you can give everyone a particular color or marker if you want it to be accountable too, so you know who's written what. And I think that that's a great way to make students feel connected to each other, which in turn make them feel more connected to you as the teacher and your subject material. I think it's a really cool idea. A third one could be to use some kind of a candy award just for the day, just to sweeten the deal, pun intended, for the lesson, and just make the lesson just a little bit brighter. You could teach the history of the day, the history of how the day has been celebrated, the history of how the day is celebrated around the world, and then you're covering some historical component and some learning that they can take home and tell their families about and enrich their learning just a little bit more. So there's 3 very simple ideas that you can do in secondary school, high school, middle school. And anything else above than that, I think is just one of those personal days where maybe you share a story to connect to them as a human being. Because my favorite moments are when my students connect to me and understand who I am as a person. Makes me validated for what I'm doing, the choices that I'm making in the room, and makes me feel good about the connection to the room, to the classroom, that there's like a genuine teacher-student relationship that's appropriate, but also that feels unique and that kind of hopefully gives everybody a drive to want to be in the room. So I hope those tips are helpful, and I hope that your Valentine's Day is going really well. We kept this one short. Before we get out of here, just a couple more things. I want to thank ampeduplearning.com for supporting this show consistently for a long time now. They have a number of great Valentine's Day resources that you should go check out before you leave and depart from this podcast. That's ampeduplearning.com. So many resources for so many subjects, and check out the Hauger History Store while you're there. And lastly, follow us on Twitter at Show Teachers, our YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. You can also follow Danny Hauger Music as well. I very much appreciate that. As we head into spring, the year really starts to accelerate in terms of quickness, and we're going to have ideas for how to end the year and have a strong fourth quarter in our next episode. So make sure you don't miss that. I'm Danny Hauger, and until next time, have a wonderful day, everybody. And we'll see you around. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.